Hey guys, Tempicrow here. Hey guys, Tempicrow here. We're about to enter a game of League of Legends, and that's about that sentence, as I totally messed up. Hey guys. No need for an introduction anymore. But this is Tutorial Tuesday, and this week's we're covering mid. I will be playing Morgana, one of my favorite champions. Also, I think one of my strongest mid lanes. Not the best, the strongest. FYI, a bit of spoiler alert. I get kicked in my ass so hard by my friend in the second part of the tutorial, where I battle it one-on-one with one of my friends as a counterpart in the laning phase. Ignore the bots, this is all about Morgana and the lane. I just wanted to give it a bit of a flair. I'm going to start with boots. 2 mana potions and a health potion. And then I will be moving down. Now, Morgana has some very interesting abilities. She is also tagged mage and support. Support because of her ultimate and her E ability. Yes, I do know that you do not see anything of here, but it's all because it is smart casting. I'm smart casting. Now, I unlocked Q, as I was saying. It's called Dark Bind. It fires a bolt of dark energy, rooting the first enemy hit for 2 seconds and dealing 80 plus 11 magic damage. It's very good. It's 10-second cooldown. It was before she got slightly reworked or tweaked, balanced out. It was 13 minutes long. Now it's 10. It has something to do with it has a bit to do with my personal settings of masteries. I'm playing her in 9021, so most utilities. Her secondary ability that I'll take on level 2 and max out first is Tormented Soil. Curses an area for 5 seconds. Enemies on the cursed ground take 25 plus 2 magic damage and have their magic resist reduced by 4 seconds. It's also stacking ability. It stacks to 4 stacks, and with each stack they lose magic resist. So that's very excellent. Her third ability is Black Shield. For some reason Nessus is going there with me, which is slightly sad, as I think immediate action there, managing to hit my Q. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. I try to get it most of the times. So Nasus picking up the first blood. I'm hoping that once he recalls back, he'll go to another lane, as this is actually pretty pointless of me showing you mid lane if I have one extra creature. Oh, I was there behind the blue buff because I wanted to show you that that's where you will start. You will actually pull the blue buff from there. Actually not pull, but attack the blue buff from there using your Q and your auto attacks. Don't worry, you won't lose much, as your counterpart will do the same. The enemy Morgana. Use this without mercy. He hit me just to slow on my shield. Would have shielded myself and survived. Come on, Morgana, kill the dog. So he disappears. Shield again. Do some damage. And yeah, I third dive, which is not good. Try not to do that. I would secure now because these are bots, and usually I wouldn't do that if I don't have a jungler near me, or if I don't have other sorts of support around me, or I won't do it unless I have a jungler near, or unless I see the enemy jungler. So Black Shield is her E ability. Shield an allied champion. You can also shield yourself for 5 seconds. The shield absorbs 95 plus 14 magic damage and prevents disables until it breaks. So it's not for physical damage. It is mostly and definitely used exclusively for magic damage. So it will shield you from ability power, it will shield you from stuns and snares. I'm failing at it horribly now. Should have shielded better. Nice dodge coming out of me. And that's about that with her. Her build is pretty much straightforward. You go for Athens and Holy Grail, you go for Zhonya's Hourglass, Rabadon, you can go for something else as well. Rylai's is good. Will of the Ancient, I'll be showing you those in just a moment as I'm recalling. So Rabadon, a favorite, Zhonya's Hourglass as well. I'm going to pick up some of the items for the... Morellonomicon can be good as well if you want, but I prefer Athens and Holy Grail. Just gives me a whole bunch of stuff. It gives me ability power, 60 ability power, 40 magic resist, 15 mana regen, 20% cooldown, restores 12% maximum mana on kill or assist, and increases mana regen by 1% for every 1% of missing health. So it's just super good for me at this point that I always take it. After either finish Codex or Chalice of Harmony, I go for Zhonya's Hourglass. They changed how it's done. So if you're having an AD mid laner counterpart, go for Seeker's Armguards first. It will give you the necessary armor, and go something with health. Doesn't necessarily have to be Giant's Belt. It can be Haunting Geese turned into Liandry's. That's a very good item. I would recommend it wholeheartedly. I'm still getting used to using it, getting it on Morgana, as I'm building her slightly differently, but it is a very good item that will help a lot. Usually I use it on Syndra or Ahri, so that's where it's very well used.
They will suffer.
So yeah, just going to show you a bit more of it. Now, I still have Nessus here because he's programmed like that. He's not going to go away unless I took out the turret. Mid laner's job. Let's talk about that. Mid laner's job is to pressure middle, win that lane, get healed up, because he's the second one on the team that will have the most damage output. So you want your mid laners fully fed. You want them nice and cozy. Secondary job of the mid laner is to protect the jungler. I know, yeah, it's strange, junglers that need protecting. You would probably believe me, after watching my videos for a while now, that the mid lane is closest to everywhere. You can, if you push your lane, you are calling, yeah, enemy jungler, come get me. But you're also, which you need to keep in mind and play smartly, you're also allowing your jungler to do his job and counter jungle. Chances are he will use that, and if he's counter jungling without you being there or pressuring, he can get in trouble, and you're the one that will be closest enough to run and join him and help him out. So just dodging a bit of this, moving around. I don't have mana, so I can't fight as much. I'll try to auto attack. Build this big oath. And that Morgana is a peculiar mid player. If she gets an early kill, she is a terrific mid laner. If she doesn't, she is a very good support that has quite a bit of damage but can't finish anything off, which is frustrating at times. Mid laners also are the ones that can gank as well. If your jungler is busy ganking something and you see an opening on bottom or you see opening on top, you can easily move bottom or top and get there faster, especially if you don't have anything to do in your lane. You killed your enemy, you push the lane, the creeps are definitely on their way but not close enough, you start to roam. One of the better roamers, I would say, are definitely Kha'Zix and Evelynn, especially Evelynn with her stealth. Other than that, there is Xerath with his full blast of range. Talon is good as well if you couple him up with the boots of mobility, so you can run faster, get there, silence, ulti, your knives, you go stealth, your knives everywhere, just huge amounts of damage. And that's about that, not much to say about this lane. In the second part of the video you will see how it looks like to get my ass kicked, and my friend was feeling bad about it, but I told him it's fine, I really don't mind. Would have been either even, but since I know he is mostly outplaying me in almost every lane but middle, but since he took Kha'Zix, which is an AD, that's a immediate counter pick for Morgana. She can deal with almost everyone but three or four champions, and that is Kha'Zix, AD, Talon, AD, Lee Sin, AD, and Fizz, who is AP, ability power, but he's an assassin with a bit of trickster, and he has playful trickster, which means he can jump on his pole, not get damaged, and that interferes with Morgana's Q, which is a stun, also interferes with her ultimate, it breaks it, and that's about that. So primarily on Morgana you build Tormented Soil. If you have LeBlanc or Syndra or someone else, you take Black Shield, even Rise, you take Black Shield. Otherwise you build up Dark Binding. If you're secure that you can kill that player or survive, outplay them, you go for Dark Binding instead of Black Shield. And yeah, that's about that. See you next Tuesday. As I mentioned in my second part, I will be doing supports, and the week after that I'll be finishing the tutorials with AD carry. Tell me if you want to see more of them. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a negative or a positive response, and share. Yeah, see you next week. Oh, and this Thursday don't forget another commentary video. Bye. Hey guys, Tempco here. We have entered the game. This is Tutorial Tuesday, second segment of the tutorial, where I will be battling against my friend to show you how it looks like. Pretty simple. I am playing with Morgana. I am starting with the Cookie, Little Biscuit of Rejuvenation, Boots of Speed, 2 mana potions and a health potion, as my build has 3 quintessences of Spell Vamp, which means my Spell Vamp is 19%, especially coupled up with her Soul Siphon, her passive, which allows you to gain 10% bonus Spell Vamp, which means every time you kill a minion, you gain health back with your abilities. And I started with Dark Binding. I used to start with the Tormented Soils, her W, but I started beginning the game with Dark Binding because it's better. It's good for counter ganking, counter jungling. I mean, it's good for protecting yourself. And overall, it fires a bolt of dark energy, rooting the first enemy it hits for 2 seconds, and dealing 80 plus 11 magic damage. So it's very good. It does its job. So both me and my counterpart are have started from the, or moved to the lane from the usual counter jungle or jungle positions. And I am being very bad at creeping. Oh god. And this is Kha'Zix against me, and he is actually one of the Season 3 favorites for the mid lane. He deals lots of damage, especially it's all mostly physical. I think only one of his abilities is ability power. Everything else deals bonus physical damage. Just gonna heal a bit. And yeah, nothing much to say. On level 2 I unlocked
I'll have my revenge.
Tormented Soil, which curses the area an area for 5 seconds. Enemies on the cursed ground take 40 plus 3 magic damage and have their magic resist reduced by 5 every second. And this stacks up to 4 times. It's a stacking debuff for the enemies, which is actually good. So now usually it's all chaos around here. You would be watching what you're doing, not overextending like I am at this present time. I'm also losing quite a bit of creeps. Nice dodge coming up from him, dodging my bind. And on level 4 I unlocked Black Shield. Usually unlock it on level 4. You can unlock it on level 3 if you want. It grants shield to an allied champion for 5 seconds. The shield absorbs 95 plus 11 magic damage and prevents disables until it breaks. It won't shield you from the physical damage, it's only for magic damage, and it shields you from CC like stuns, snares, slows, quite a bit of the bit of CCs. So it's always good to have that available.
Without mercy.
So you can run faster, can count a million times. It saved my life. Now the job for the middle I explained in the first part. This is just to see how a normal matchup looks. Now, yes, you took on level 1 you took the Dark Bind. On level 2 you opened up Tormented Soils. And with that, you keep maxing up Tormented Soils. And now, depending on who your opponent is, you would want to level up either the shield to gain more protection. On champions like Veigar, Syndra, LeBlanc, that works very nicely. But if you're confident that you can overwhelm and outplay your opponent, then by all means go for the bind. It's actually a good choice to level up as a second priority. And you just wait for level 6. Now on level 6 things will go very bad. I have my ultimate. Kha'Zix will get evolution, so we'll be seeing his spikes being evolved, as well as his ultimate will be unlocked as well. So that's actually the real danger of Kha'Zix. He does not only get ultimate, he gains an evolution, and he can build up 3 abilities, evolve 3 abilities. Now he's level 6. Both him and I are on sorry, both he and I are on no health. So just gonna actually on full health, or I'm on full health and he's not, but neither of us has any mana. So this is a pure cripple fight. Usually if it's a cripple fight, and since I'm overextending horribly, the jungler would be coming around for a gank, or mine would be near if he sees that Kha'Zix cannot run because of lack of mana and being on 50% health. It all varies what gives a person choice. Let's see, we are about 30 seconds, 40, 20 seconds away from a blue buff being respawned again. And as you can see, my counterpart is recalling, so I'll do the same. I'll go back for something that will help me in the upcoming battle and the upcoming fight. That will be Amplifying Tome and the Cloth Armor. And since I'm fighting champion that has stealth, I'm going to buy some health potions and a pink ward, just to be able to save myself and be able to say, oh, I know where he is, I see him. Yes, my ultimate does show the invisible players. My ultimate is called Soul Shackle. It costs 100 mana, and this is what it does. It's Dark Chains leech onto nearby enemy champions, dealing 175 plus 26 magic damage.
I'll have my revenge.
Wow. Just a second. Need to clear this wave.
Without mercy.
Magic damage, and slowing them down, slowing them by 20% for 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, they are dealt an additional 175 plus 27 magic damage, and are stunned for 1.5 seconds. Enemy champions can break the chains by moving away from Morgana. So if they move away, chances are you won't stun them. And if you have Janna in your team, try to avoid her using her ultimate on top of yours, because she will save many lives. She will definitely save many lives, and you do not want that. It's something you want to try to avoid. Other than that, Morgana's ultimate works really well with Misfortune's Bullet Time, Amumu's Curse of the Sad Mummy, Wukong's ultimate, which I forgot his name, what his name is, so I'm gonna go and poke a bit. So this is my ultimate. He flashed away, saving it and putting my ability on cooldown, which he actually wanted. He also picked up the blue buff, so he was gone for that long because of that. Usually, early levels supports or early level mid laners need help from the jungler to get blue buff, but later on I'm about, I think, level away from being able to do it on my own. As you can see, 2 stacks of my Tormented Soul on him, lowering his magic resist. I don't want to fight him yet. Not when I have no mana, and not when I don't have my ultimate. It's just something that I try to avoid as much as possible. Of course, it doesn't work always. I'm missing my binds quite a lot today. And yeah, we're just waiting to get some levels, get some items up. I'm going to try to clear these wards, these minions. Is recalling. I will be recalling as well to get my Seeker's Arm Guards, and this is, I'm rushing this because he's AD. I need that armor. I need that unique passive from Seeker's Arm Guards, and this is what I'm going to get overall. 30 armor, 25 ability power, and I'll gain killing a unit grants 0.5 bonus armor and ability power. This bonus stacks up to 30 times. And no, it doesn't mean 30 ability power. 30 armor and 30 ability power. It means 30 overall. So 15 armor, 15 ability power, that will amount to 40 ability power and 45 armor. And that is something that I will definitely need. I also picked up a new Amplifying Tome that I will build into Finnish Codex that will go into Athene's Unholy Grail. Now, since I've been gone a long time, Kha'Zix used this, my friend Lana Nuniel, playing Kha'Zix, used this as an opportunity to hack away at my turret. Usually that wouldn't happen. The jungler would come around, save, get some experience, get some free gold from the minions. So It's always good to know stuff like that. I'm going to smack you again. And he gets Fervous Blood because he is level 10. He has Brutalizer, as you see. It deals 25 attack damage, 10 cooldown reduction and 10 armor pen. He also picked up Tear of the Goddess, and it's something that Season 3 has seen quite a lot. This Tear of the Goddess will go into Mana Moon, which will turn into Muramana once it reaches 750 bonus mana. Boots still normal and a long sword.
I'll have my revenge.
And yes, I had everything that I wanted, but I missed my Q. I missed my Dark Bind. And this is the problem with Morgana's. If she misses her Dark Bind, because Kha'Zix played extremely well, you will probably have a bad time. If you can hit it, or hit two of them, as the cooldown will go back, you can easily have done the job. Blue buff helps, damage reduction, cooldown reduction helps quite a bit. So I'm going to go take my blue, as I'm just about the right level to do it alone. It's always good to have a jungler help you. And also, if this was a real match, or actually, as you have seen a billion times in my casting videos, in my commentary videos, you as mid laner can roam quite a bit. There is nothing stopping you from it. If you are dominating your lane or pushing it and you don't know what to do, damn, you took a huge chunk of my health. Hit him, but I'm going to pull back as I really don't want to be fighting him. Not now when I don't have health and everything's on cooldown. So I'll be going for something with health. I almost took my blue buff. Damn. So we will be seeing, I think, one more fight. And a nice, very nice bind, but he still took me because the Dark Bind isn't a stun, it snares. So if you still have something that can deal range damage, it really won't help the person anything. And yeah, Kha'Zix is a void creature assassin, AD assassin. He is also a jungler. He is a solid jungler, excellent solo top, and a brutal mid laner. His mobility is great. He has that ultimate that is stealth, and it's just good. For Morgana, for the end of this video, for Morgana you would be going for Zhonya's Hourglass as your first choice, because you will be in team fights, you'll be flashing in, using your ultimate, dropping your W, and Zonyaing. They will most likely waste half of their abilities on you. Of course, enchant Sorcerer's Shoes as your magic pen is needed. Void Staff is good as well. I will be going for Athens Unholy Grail, Zhonya's Hourglass, Rabadon Deathcap. In this case, I will be going probably for Rylai's, and if not for Rylai's, depending if anyone in my team isn't going for Frozen Heart, I would go for it, because armor, mana and cooldown reduction with reduction of attack speed on enemies is useful. And if the enemy team is more filled with ADs than APs, attack damage than ability power, definitely something to pick up. If someone is already taking that item, you can always go for Twin Shadows. Yes, it gives magic resist. Or you can go for Warmugs, Rylai's and Warmugs. It gives enough health so you can survive. Rylai's slows down, which means you can slow more with your ultimate. And yeah, that's it. Next week I am covering supports, so don't forget to check out that. On Thursday there's a new commentary video, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and see you all next time.